The story of Hanukkah happened a long time ago, around 165 years before the year zero. At that time, the Jews mostly lived in Israel, and their holy temple was in the city of Jerusalem. The temple was the most special place for the Jewish people. The temple had a holy ark, a cabinet that holds the Torah, and above the ark hung the eternal light, a special oil lamp that had to stay lit at all times, day and night. Whenever it was about to go out, someone in charge of the oil would pour new oil into it to keep it burning.
A mean king named Antiochus came to rule over the land of Israel. "I don't like the Jewish people," declared Antiochus. "They are so different from me. They pray to only one God, and I pray to many gods. They don't celebrate my holidays. They think their Torah is the holiest book, and I don't think so." Antiochus ordered all of the Jewish people to stop being Jewish. Anyone caught doing Jewish things would be killed.
Antiochus sent his soldiers to make the holy temple in Jerusalem into a temple for his God. They broke the ark and smashed the jars of oil. They put statues of their gods in the temple and brought in other unholy and dirty things, like pigs and birds.
One Jew named Mattathias had 5 sons. Mattathias, and especially his son Judah, could not stand the thought of their holy temple being so dirtied and wrecked. They told all the Jews, "We must rise up and fight for our holy temple."
At first, the followers of Mattathias and Judah, who were called the Maccabees, were afraid. "Judah," they said, "Antiochus has many soldiers, and they have big weapons and wear armor. They use elephants to fight their battles. We don't have weapons or armor or elephants. How could we possibly fight against Antiochus and his army?" Judah replied, "If we think hard and plan carefully, God will help us win our temple back." And that is what they did.
The Maccabees realized that even though Antiochus and his army had weapons and armor and elephants, the Maccabees knew the land. They could get around in the hills at night because this was their home, and they grew up on those hills. They used their brains and their creativity to take the mean army by surprise, and with God's help, the Maccabees chased Antiochus and his army out of Israel.
The first thing the Maccabees did was to go to their holy temple in Jerusalem. They repaired the ark and the stones that were broken. When they tried to light the eternal light, they discovered that Antiochus and his soldiers had broken all the jars of oil. This wasn't just any oil. This was a special holy oil. They searched and searched until at last they found one tiny jar of pure oil, but the jar only had enough oil in it to burn for one day. It would take 8 days to travel to get more oil.
And that's when a miracle happened. The little bit of oil that should have burned out after just one day lasted for 8 whole days.
The Jews were overjoyed. First, their small army chased away the strong, powerful army of Antiochus, and now that tiny bit of oil lasted for 8 days. Was it luck? Or was it God helping the Jews who had decided to stand up for themselves?
The Jewish people celebrated and thanked God for all these things. Ever since that time long ago, Jews light the Chanukiah, a candle holder with 8 candles, plus 1 to do the lighting, to remember the special miracles that happened so long ago.
Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party.